Hello and welcome back to Bleckely Buzz Today. Ms. Brenda Macoy has stayed with us for our second half. Brenda is our Regional 9 representative for the Georgia Department of Labor, and just really a lot talking about from employer and job seeker standpoint, just so many benefits that the Department of Labor can provide. But I know that there's a few more that you wanted to mention as well to our audience.
Nicole, you're exactly right. We have several programs that would be beneficial for the job seeker and for employers. One of the programs we have is federal bonding. This is for liability coverage to the employer, and this could result in maybe someone being an ex-felon, disadvantaged individuals. Also, it could be those that have actually filed bankruptcy. We have a list of those that may qualify for this program. And what they would need to do is they have to have a bona fide job offer. Once they have that bona fide job offer with that employer, they can actually come in and speak with the Department of Labor, and they can be federal bonded on site at the Department of Labor. Also, the paperwork would then be sent to the employer. They would complete their information and send it back in. Once this is done, they could be federally bonded up to $5,000 and in different increments over a 6-month period.
Well, this honestly really sounds like a game changer for those that, like you said, are just down on their luck, just really having a hard time really finding a job, and just because that, uncertainty from the employer standpoint. So I think that this is probably a good program. Do you guys have a lot of people that take advantage of this?
We do have a good many people in different areas that take advantage of the program. Like I said, we think it's beneficial, and it's like an insurance policy to that employer to maybe hire someone that is an ex-felon or someone that is disadvantaged or has filed bankruptcy. This is just an insurance policy more or less for them.
Awesome. Well, that sounds good. And what is that again?
That is federal bonding. And they can actually go into the Department of Labor and be federally bonded, as I stated, once they had that bona fide job offer.
Awesome. Well, I know there's another thing that you had as far as the fraud line, I believe. Let's talk about that a little bit.
Okay, for the employers, this is beneficial so that the accounts aren't being overcharged. If, say, an individual is on unemployment and they're looking for work, but they go to an employer and they say, are you hiring? Or maybe they are hired and they fail a drug test. If that employer will contact us, that means that obviously they're not available for work. And to draw unemployment, you have to be actively and available seeking full-time work. So we would need to be notified. You can notify your local Department of Labor so that they could possibly adjudicate this decision depending on what the situation is. But we don't want an account to be overcharged, say, just because that individual had actually failed a drug test. Also, if they come in and they're not ready for work, or if you contact them and you've actually hired them and they don't start work, please get their name, information, contact the Department of Labor, and if they are on unemployment, as I stated, they could possibly adjudicate the decision.
Well, I know that that's probably something that really has helped you guys, as well as making sure that the people that come out seeking jobs are really, like you said, able and willing to work and are really ready to step back into the workforce for sure. Well, tell us some other programs that you guys may have available.
Nicole, we also have the work opportunity tax credits. This is good for the employers. This is a tax incentive for these employers, and this is to help them to retain qualified employees. Some of the groups that are targeted for the tax credits are veterans, SSI recipients, TANF recipients, and long-term unemployed. Also, some are youth. There's a few others that is listed in the targeted categories. If they are a veteran, they can actually have a tax credit anywhere from $2,400 to $9,600, and for non-vets, it's $1,200 in 1 year and $9,000 in 2 years. So this is a very good program if you're trying to save on your taxes.
Awesome, very good. Well, I know that there's just a lot of information that you shared with us so far, so I know that it's really important for employers to be able to make sure that they're reaching out to their Georgia Department of Labor rep, talking with them, letting them know what's going on and what they're looking to do, that they're having issues with hiring people, if they have jobs that they're wanting to post, if they have some people that they're wanting to hire but they have maybe some issues that they're running into. Just so many programs I think that you brought to our attention that the Georgia Department of Labor can really help with. So,
and that is correct, Nicole. Also, they do not necessarily have to go into a local career center for some of these services that we provide. We have a business service representative, which is Susan Woodard, and she travels throughout the 17 counties as well as I do. So we'd be happy to assist them any way that they deem possible. They can also reach out to us, Brenda Macoy, Brenda.Macoy, MACOY, at gdol.ga.gov, and Susan Woodard, Susan.Woodard, WOODARD, at gdol.ga.gov.
And we'll definitely have that information provided for everybody so that you can contact. I know Susan's very busy. She usually stops by our office when she's in the area visiting different employers. But the thing is it's hard to get to everybody and really know what's going on. So I know she depends a lot from the chamber perspective and economic development offices to be able to get that information. But definitely, if you're willing to have her come talk with you about some of these services that you're able to possibly take advantage of, is definitely reach out to you, Brenda, or Susan.
That is correct, Nicole. And we thoroughly enjoy working with the local chambers. Working with Nicole has just been an awesome benefit for us as well. We've seen her make a tremendous turnaround for the chamber and helping us to promote some of our services.
Well, you are so sweet.
Well, we truly mean this, Nicole.
Well, thank you, ma'am. Well, let's talk about something else. I know the Business Services Unit is something that you guys are very passionate about. So tell us a little bit about that.
Well, the Business Service Unit was actually created, and what they do, they provide a venue for a more proactive and employer-friendly partnership. And the director of this unit is Linda Manis, and she can be reached at linda.manis, MANIS, at gdol.ga.gov. But once this unit was created, they then established the Regional Coordinator Program. And what the Regional Coordinator Program consists of, we partner with economic development and with employers, identifying their talent pools by executing prompt information. So if they are needing data statistics or, say, maybe wage information, we provide this to whomever contacts us, whether it's the chamber, where it's economic development, when new prospects are coming into the area. Now, we have a lot of employers that will just reach out to us wanting wage information or commute pattern or demographic information, but these are some of the things that we can actually provide. In regards to the wage data, we also actually customize solution to workforce issues as well. We work with the local economic development, state economic development, and the regional. So this has been beneficial with us actually partnering with the entities. Regional coordinators also identify the data that is critical for new prospects or existing prospects or existing businesses, I should say.
Mm-hmm. Well, I know it's just a lot of data that you guys are able to provide, and especially from working with different projects. Y'all are a lifesaver for sure. So it's a lot of information that you have right at your fingertips, and especially even from a local level with a new company coming in, they want to make sure that they're offering competitive wages and that full package. So I know that that's something where you guys can help as well.
We can, Nicole. Also, with these reports, we usually have a 24-hour turnaround, which is very quickly, considering that it may take a day or so. And also, if someone is needing something really urgent, there is a possibility that we could get it done quicker than the 24-hour turnaround.
Well, awesome. Very good. Well, I know that there's definitely a lot more that you guys do from an economic development standpoint from the Department of Labor. Can you talk a little bit more about that, from where you guys help with even on the job, or when you're actually in the field, actually helping with prospects and things like that, providing information?
Nicole, there is something we actually hold, and it's career expos. The BSU manages the regional career expos that can be tailored to targeted industries, to job seekers, according to their skill requirement, as well as general community events. We can partner too with the chamber on this as well. We also have the Special Workforce Assistant Team. We call it SWAT.
Okay.
And we work closely with the chambers, the industrial development authorities, economic developers to fill the gaps and the barriers to employment. We also do the job readiness, which this could be actually hold workshops prior to a hiring event, or just strictly holding one in an area where we help them with their resumes, interviewing skill techniques, how to do business cards, anything that will actually help them to actually acquire a job and to be ready to look for employment.
Well, it's great that you said that, but it's one of those things too. So it's really the Georgia Department of Labor is not only for job seekers, but employers as well, and just all the benefits that you guys have. So being able to help, I know resume building is one of those even difficult things for those that have been in the field, and especially with things that have changed and what people are looking for and just terminology. That's really something I feel like a lot of people could really benefit from.
Exactly. It really is, and we're able to actually help them to do a resume on site too as well, and we can critique those resumes if they bring them in, should we have a Special Workforce Assistant Team need in a targeted area.
And especially from the expos, not only working with the new companies actually coming in, but really existing companies as well.
Yes, we can actually work with existing companies, because they may be hiring, say, maybe 60, 70 employees. We can actually go out and actually hold an event. Of course, there's proper channels that we have to go through in order to actually hold this event. And we try to partner with the chambers as well when we have these events.
I know when you're looking to do an expansion like that, to hire a lot of people, it's really a lot of work, a lot of additional work. So to be able to have you guys there to help is really, I know, beneficial to those companies for sure.
We have 60 people that works with the SWAT team, and a majority of these are actually resume writers. We all have our certification, so that makes it so much easier when we have our team together to create those resumes.
Awesome, very good. Well, I know that this is, again, a lot of information. You guys do so much within the community, working with the economic development, the chambers, our employers, and helping those actually find employment. So people just don't realize there's so many ways to actually find jobs that are out there. So definitely stay connected with your local development authorities, your chambers of commerce. Like ours, we actually list a lot of jobs that you're able to see within our local chamber businesses, as well as the Georgia Department of Labor. I know we have a link for you guys on our site as well.
And we certainly appreciate that too, Nicole.
Well, thanks. So definitely make sure to stay connected anytime that you guys need assistance. Make sure that you are familiar with where your career centers are, and tell us again where those are located.
We actually have one in Dublin. We have one in Eastman that is located within the Job Training Unlimited building. We also have one in Vidalia. Along with some of the services too, Nicole, I wanted to mention the business service recruiters. They actually go out and they build relationships with the employers, identifying what their needs are. And then we actually help those individuals find talent to fill those positions, or whatever their problem may be. Say it may be, as we discussed, they may just be wanting wage information, they may just be wanting demographics, or they may be wanting some information on laws. We just connect them to the proper channels.
Awesome, very good. Well, I know you guys have a website that gets a lot of hints for sure, and give us that information.
Nicole, that's www.gdol.ga.gov.
And I know you've got a lot of cheat sheets up here with
I do.
lots of information because there's so many great programs for sure that people really can take advantage of. And I know one that really I feel like kind of hits close to home with me having small children is the Georgia Best program. So tell us a little bit about that.
Georgia Best, this previously was just implemented just for the schools, and basically that was it. But now we have actually implemented for preschool and through the school system. Also, not only that, but for the home and for employers, which we feel will be a huge benefit. And what Georgia Best stands for is it's Georgia Business Employability Skills Training Program.
Which I know we hear from a lot of our employers that, you know, these are skills that are lacking with our new job seekers that are coming in. So let's talk about some of those. So that flexibility and being able to arrive on time, and give us some others that you hear from talking with businesses.
Nicole, with us just visiting employers, or our business service recruiters visiting employers, we constantly are hearing that, you know, there's an attendance, dressing, they don't know how to dress, they don't know how to communicate, they're not disciplined. Teamwork is another huge thing that plays in part of working with employers and their teammates. They've seen a lack of.
And I see here customer service, just being able to deal with the public and different people. Attendance, like you said, communicating, problem solving. So just so many things that I think that we take for granted that employers these days are looking for.
That is so true. And we think with this being rolled out, it actually rolled out on July the 13th. So anyone that is wanting to get on and look at the site, it's georgiabest.com. You can actually see the one that is designed for the home, for employers, and for the students.
So I know that you said that this for the students. So this is a program that has previously just been really expanded. So
that's true, Nicole.
Where previously it was just within our school systems, working with our CTAE
and
teachers.
And that's correct. And what we do, we will visit with the CTAE teachers, finding out what the needs are. If we're out and about visiting too with employers, we find out what their needs are. We can bring that back to the schools. We partner too with the technical colleges as well, letting them know. And we think that with Georgia Best being implemented in all three categories, that this will be very beneficial as far as the soft skills goes.
Well, very good. So I know you said it's just been expanded here recently to be able to go out to the homes and even further than that, to be able to have these valuable skills be taught in other areas if it's not something that's being taught within your local school area.
That is very true. We want to try to have these individuals ready to get back out into the working field, or when they graduate, they can actually carry this soft skill ethics with them. We know that once they complete this, that they will receive a certificate signed by the commissioner, and this will kind of open some doors for those individuals. Being that they know that they've already gone through this soft skills training, they know what to expect out of these individuals, so it gives them a little bit more in to the employer.
Well, very good. Well, I know that there's some great information you've been able to share with us, Brenda. I thank you so much. Let's get that website for the Department of Labor one more time.
Okay, it is www.gdol.ga.gov. Now, and the one for Georgia Best is georgiabest.com. GeorgiaBest.com.
That's a mouthful, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
So just thank you again so much for all that you've been able to share with us. Again, just make sure that you guys are going to the website, talking with your local Department of Labor's reps that are in the area, staying connected with your chambers of commerce as well as your economic development individuals. But one other thing that we want to make sure to mention is our business of the month. For August, it's going to be Bleckely Automotive. And make sure as well to stay connected with the Chamber of Commerce. We've got a lot of great events coming up, so you can connect with us on Facebook, our website at Cochran-Bleckley.com, as well as sign up for our email blast and our newsletter, the Bleckely Buzz. Great upcoming events that are going to be in the works are our Country Fest event, which is scheduled for October the 20th, which is on a Saturday. Definitely don't want to miss that. We are still taking applications for food vendors as well as arts and crafts, and looking for great entertainment throughout our region to be able to perform that day as well. So if you're interested, definitely give us a call, connect with us on Facebook, and check us out on the website. Definitely want to thank our sponsor, ComSouth, powered by Hargray, for all their hard work on our Bleckely Buzz Today show, as well as our wonderful guest, Miss Brenda Macoy, our regional manager with the Georgia Department of Labor for Region 9. Thank you all so much for watching, and make sure to stay tuned to our next episode of Bleckely Buzz Today.